Everybody, welcome back. I was originally gonna start recording another Northernlion tries after that last Isaac episode, because we need one. But on the other hand, I left on Cloud 9 TJOY T99Y. I left on Cloud 9 after that last episode where it really, you know what it felt like? And I know I've used this exact reference before. It felt like that part from Mini-Ball. It felt like that part from Moneyball, where the Oakland Athletics have won like 28 games in a row, and it looks like they're about to win their 29th because they're up 17-0, and then slowly you watch the other team claw it back, and you get this sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, like you swallowed an iron cannonball and went out into the St. Lawrence River. It's a joke about relative densities. You just know at this point. It's just momentum. You're guaranteed to lose. And then what did we do at the end? Oh, nothing, really. Just came up with a mastermind idea, and just when I thought you couldn't be any stupider, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. So here we are. Probably the most unlikely, likeliest win we've ever had, and I can't leave it on that note. When I got this much positivity as a result of what we just went through on that one, let's go see what we got going on in here. You know what? I'm willing to blow you up here and see what we can get. Who dares wins, brother? Oh, baby. He's willing to let it ride. Sure, you know, let's invest in ourselves. Telepills? Ooh. Now, I don't care about having an arcade on the next floor. If we did, we could use one bomb to finesse it. But no, we're not sweating that. Well, we got a dream happening right now. You got to be paying just the slightest bit of attention to see it. But we got a dream happening right now. What's the dream? Well, first off, let me kill this guy. He's kind of a... He's a bit scary from time to time. Go ahead, go ahead. Nope. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad for you, brother. That's bad for you. Yeah, we like it. Okay. Yeet it immediately. You know why? Because I don't need it. This is the kind of thinking that gets us into trouble, but it's also the kind of thinking that has made me one of the top 2,500 Isaac players still alive on planet Earth. You take a move in here, you crack it open, you get a deal with the devil you can't afford. That's fair. We were getting a little saucy there. I would love to afford it, but we can't afford it. It is what it is. No rabbits coming out of a hat for that one. Well, this is a surprise. It's all coming together, boys. Oh, dude, I feel good. You know what? Let's fish for the secret room. It's probably right here. I think I can live with that. Oh, feels good. You know, I was potentially, we could have been on a low, like, you know, one of the most marquee tracks on Blur's 1996 album Park Life. Instead, and now I'm scrounging. I'm like, instead we're living in Magic America. I'm stunned that our little bit of madness proved to be the difference maker on our last run. But hey, man, you give the people in the audience bread and circuses. Why bread and circuses? They always get a bad rap, you know? People are always like, oh, the politicians give you bread and circuses to distract you. Sure, that in context, that's bad. But, you know, if you rip it out so it's in the abstract, no. Who doesn't like bread and circuses? What's your favorite part of bread and circuses? The bread or the circus? I'm definitely a bread guy, without a doubt. What's the bread? The cold brew coffee in the fridge in the break room. What's the circus? Don't forget to bring your dog to the office. Moving on. Had to try, right? Had to try? Oh, baby! We're riding a wave. I can't believe it. Yeah, crack it open. Love the Spirit Heart. That's a deal with the devil waiting to happen. Love Mr. Mega. Quickly Whoops. Still a deal with the devil. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Quickly proving, you know, Mr. Mega. Very, very useful item. Might not get all the credit of like a Tears upgrade or something, but I mean, it's worse than a Tears upgrade, to be honest, but situationally it might be better on a temporary basis for us. I'm very happy to have it. It's like a rental at the trade deadline, you know? Doesn't have to be your future franchise center. Doesn't have to be Mr. Right. It could just be Mr. Right now we need to get past the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're lucky. Yeah, I'm not afraid of no ghost. I'm ready for this. Had a feeling we'd have some HP coming our way. And you know what? None of that interests me. So we invest in ourselves. I will go to the curse room. We shouldn't be doing this because we could get a deal with the devil. And then we might wish we had the HP. But, I mean, we're doing okay on Spirit Arts right now. I'm not really stressing out too much. This is a pretty interesting run. I feel like we should. Alright. So what we've done is created a... No, I don't think this is bad. Let me be clear. You might not want to suck up potato peeler on the regular, but, you know, what's the worst that could happen? I might actually be able to entertain people. However, I think if we have no HP, potato peeler will not go, so I won't be killed. So all we need to do is, you know, only use the void when we're okay. Well, actually, let me rephrase. We can use the void whenever we want, but if we have HP, we have to acknowledge that using the void will cause us to lose the HP we have. Well, 1 HP. But it'll also give us a damage bonus and an orbital. So, like, there's some stuff going on there, dude. This is we're in peak chaos. I thought previously I'd had some chaotic energy in Isaac. No. Now we're living in, you know, Chaos City. We're wearing a ring made of chaos emeralds. Now we just need a card of chaos, and then we're good to go. Anyway, how am I doing? It's a day. Like I said, it's been a good day, dude. It's been a good weekend. I'm in a great mood again. You're gonna hate me for saying it for the 5,000th time. I'm in a great mood because it's like springtime's coming. This dang winter is almost over. If you like winter, congratulations. You know, you've just gone through it. How am I supposed to feel sympathy for you? You're on a high right now. You know, you're enjoying your favorite season. The fact that it's ending soon, you know, you can't be melancholic about that. Otherwise, you're only enjoying like 80% of it instead of 100% of it. And if that's the case, then how much could you actually enjoy it? Probably not that much, right? There you go. I've used rhetoric to make my position known. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Got him baited. And keep him baited. The bait failed. The bait has failed us there. It's okay. For all the positives we got here, our DPS is still an issue for sure. But that's where Void comes in, honestly. Turning crappy passives into great ones. I mean, spring isn't even my favorite season. I'm just one of those weirdos who likes it. Should have picked it up first. We would have had HP. Oh, but then we would have yeeted it the next time we used it, so I don't know. I'm one of those weirdos on the internet who likes it when the weather's good. I know. It's very strange these days. Just like Mark said in the room. People are very strange these days. I knew a girl over on Guerrero Street. Etc., etc. Haha, what a story, Mark. Sorry, I've lost a little bit of my Tommy Wiseau impression. Haha, you think about everything, don't you? Still working on it. See, it's increasingly irrelevant in today's modern world, but I'm working on it. Okay. I don't know, just been in a good mood, honestly. Even the Canucks are winning right now. That's been increasingly rare over the last, you know, couple of weeks. Now, mind you, by the time I say this, they might be losing again, but it's positive stuff, dude. Well, except for the epidemic currently, you know, raging across the planet. But, you know, if you don't have the COVID-19 virus, then you got less to worry about. You know, and I've talked, and I'm going to regret, well, let me put it this way. I have regretted in the past saying things about Whole Foods. Because every time I talk about Whole Foods, people are like, well, on the one hand, you're complaining about things that are worth complaining about. On the other hand, you can afford to shop at Whole Foods. So really, you shouldn't be complaining about anything. And I'm like, you know what? That's astute. That's a very astute level of reasoning. I'm not even being sarcastic. Oh, baby. I think I'd still rather have the bombs, but we might as well get keys for now. I know what you're thinking with PhD. Yeah, I agree. I think with PhD, you do grab this. Paid dividends already. Then we should take Matchstick with us. But all over, I'm sure, many countries on Earth, but definitely within Vancouver, you know, staples are being sold out. Toilet paper, you know, dried carbohydrates like pasta and rice, for example. I can live with this. We went to Whole Foods on yesterday. Nothing had changed. I think it's the benefit of going to a bougie grocery store. Nobody can afford to buy out all the stock. As a result, there's enough for everybody. Now, mind you, you're paying about, you know, $2.50 per toilet paper roll. But on the other hand, honestly, if you found yourself in times of trouble, you'd probably pay $3 even for TP. What do you got in here? Oh, I do not regret not taking Guppy's tail, by the way. I feel still pretty great about this. Made a mistake there? It worked. My mistake has paid great dividends. I hate you, though. Don't mind that. Hey, come on. The rudeness knows no bounds. Too many enemies, dude. I'm not gonna deny, you know. I've talked about it before. It's a hot button issue. I don't have that much patience anymore for arguing whether or not you should be anxious or panicked or alarmed or alerted or asleep regarding the news around the coronavirus. Really, at this point, I've come to accept that, you know, your own level of anxiety and preparedness is kind of a personal choice. People are... I think many people are misrepresenting it. They think there's, like, I don't know, some street cred or attention to be gained by not being even slightly aware of the situation. They're like, everybody was scared about Ebola, too. Ebola had, like, 12 cases. You know, the reason everyone was scared of Ebola is because when you get it, your freaking eyeballs melt out of your skull. That's horrifying. It's the same reason people are afraid of, like, you know, shark attacks or dying in a plane crash or something. It's not because the risk is necessarily high, it's because it's a horrific way to go. But, you know, should you be out there buying all of the toilet paper stock so that, you know, nobody else can have it? No, I definitely think that's a crappy move. And honestly, like, I don't know if this is going to come across as perhaps a little bit of a controversial statement. I don't think it will. I think this is going to give me a lot of praise. A lot of bread and circuses, if you will. But if you're one of those pieces of garbage out there buying up all the masks and hand sanitizer and then selling it at a 500% markup due to artificial speculation, I hope that the government finds you and shoots you out of a cannon. Not necessarily lethally, just in general. In hindsight, I kind of regret pressing the spacebar on that one, to be honest with you. But let's let it ride. Dodges of the century, I hope. You know, there is like profiting off of mass panic. I'm not gonna say that that's bad because I think there's situations where it's neutral. You know, if you run a mask and glove store, and a crisis like this happens, and you sell more masks and gloves than usual at standard price because there's way more interest in it than there normally is, I don't think that makes you a bad person. If you artificially raise the price of masks, gloves, and hand sanitizers by 1,000% in order to capitalize on this unique market situation, yeah, then I'm like, yeah, you're a piece of garbage. Like, what is wrong with you? Let me through! He's actually done it. I'm on cloud 9. You can't stop me. We just take it. We just take it. I don't know. I kind of thought that we were guaranteed to get HP there. Implicitly in my brain, I was like, there's our HP. Don't step on that, dude. Oh, that's potentially pretty freaking solid. We'll just go down to the next floor. That's why we're getting HP. But yeah, you know, apart from that, just stay safe. Try not to, you know, touch your eyeballs or anything like that. I know you're not even going to want me to go off on this rant, okay? But like, the one thing I will say is if you're part of the apparently almost 70% of men who do not wash their hands when they use a public bathroom, please, for the love of God, if this doesn't wake you up and get you washing those suckers, what on earth would? Would it take a disease with a 98% mortality rate? People are like, it's only 2%. I don't see why you're freaking out. You got a 2% chance to die if you catch it. Well, yeah, if you're old or you have, or you're a young child. Yeah, but you could also catch it and then give it to people like that. Are you selfish son of a... Just wash your hands. It takes 10 seconds. Why are we even talking about it for 2 minutes? Just wash them. Well, I don't have to because I wash my you-know-what in the morning. That's the... Just because you think that sounds like a hilarious own doesn't mean it makes epidemiological sense, you weirdo. Just wash them. Everybody's talking about you behind your back. Everybody's going, yeah, he would be a cool guy. I'd love to spend time with him, but his freaking hands smell like poop. Well, when I poop, I wash my hands, but it's only when I poop. Well, then they smell like your balls, okay? Is that better? Probably. Still pretty good. Just wash them. You're not doing anything important with your time. You're already peeing. Anyway. Hold on. We didn't have to do it to him. I did see that tinted rock back there. I think this is the floor where it's gonna take off. Still gotta be very cautious. We got quite the cocktail on Void here. You know why I'm stoked we put Potato Peeler on Void? Because if not me, who? Who's gonna do it? That's right. Nobody. You want one-of-a-kind Isaac entertainment? You're here. Now, I think everybody's got their own, you know, thing in Isaac. You know, if you're watching content creator X instead of me or in addition to me, they got something that I don't have. But to be true to myself, I might as well lean into the one thing I do have. The ability to paint myself into a desperate corner in the hopes of using my cerebellum to get out of it. I'm not a cerebrum-based gamer. I play exclusively from the spinal tap and the brainstem. Spinal cord, sorry. Spinal tap is a different thing altogether. Okay, just move on this one. Because you got some sauce. I'm actually, it's like Slay the Spire right now. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Take this. Enter this room. Grab this. You don't have to grab it. Would we rather grab it? No, we would rather not grab it. We'd rather suck it up. This will still give us 1 HP. We didn't go to the item room, though. But that's okay. That's a bummer. Sorry, I got too excited. Honestly, like, you're not going to believe me, and a couple of people will be upset about the fact that I skipped the item room. Which is, honestly, to a certain extent, fair. However, I do feel the need to say, we might rather have left rather than had a chance to lose the Eternal Heart, or even die on that floor trying to get to the item room. And I'm not saying that's the position I occupy. Because it was obviously an oversight. However, there's a chance. There's a chance it could have hurt us more than it helped us. And that's not just revisionist history. It's probably a lower than 50% chance, but, you know, when you make 4,000 episodes, those tend to come to pass from time to time. And I'm really, honestly, pretty proud of myself. We already have a run zanier than any run they would give me there. Well, you know it would be zany if we gave you a bad item like Isaac's heart. No, don't worry. I'm the author of my own destiny right now. I'm very pleased with the math we ran there in order to make Dark Prince's crown actually work, which was useless in hindsight, and we probably would have been better off just flying because you know, we're already at the HP, or the tier cap, I should say, but it's the thought that counts or something. My little unicorn. I don't even know if that's... I don't know if that's a high priority to even suck up. Now, it'll probably protect us from taking damage here, but... Oh. Unnecessary. All I could have asked for was 3 on that one. I suppose you could have asked for 4, but... the optics of the situation would have made us appear slightly greedy, I think. We don't need Gimpy. I'm happy to have it. What we need is Dark Bum. Oh, what a dodge. Honestly, that dodge was 99% confidence. I just thought to myself, I can do this one. Okay, do it. Grab it. Do it again. Something about that worked. We ended up a damage higher. And with a second level Meat Boy. No, we're not making it the boss rush regardless, so forget that. What do we want to see? The shop. I feel like we're seeing, like, not perfect plays, but we're seeing some creative genius right here. Or at least, maybe, let's not say genius. You're seeing an Isaac player unafraid of making risks. I've been freed from my previous assumption of how to play. So we know that that's going to be Steam sale. If we think we're confident enough to live, I think we should get a battery charge. A 3rd level Meat Boy, he's got some heat. And we're probably not going to get a deal with the devil, and we don't want to suck up like the Polaroid, so I think this is just how you do it. Yeah, maybe we'll get some spirit arts here would be really nice. Not really a good value proposition for spiders, but okay. Could always be worse, as I've been made well aware of. And you know what? I know we could blow up the thing for pills, the vanity, but I think that's a better option. We should have used all of our bombs there. Hopefully we'll get some more. Make up for our earlier mistakes. Best drop, I mean, battery charge would take us to the stratosphere. Of the stratosphere of happiness, not of quality. Well, I'm really glad we got a spirit heart, and that's not sarcasm. Keep in mind, just because we've decided we are going to suck up Steam sale, we don't have to. If we decide, you know, we look at this in 2 seconds and we say, actually, it's too dangerous right now, don't do it, you know? I mean, we are on the razor's edge, you know, we're playing with fire on this one, there's no doubt about that. We still want more bombs, please. Not my favorite room. Deal with them one at a time. There you go. That's one way to deal with them. Yeah, you get on the spikes, please. Thank you, sir. Not as spiked up as I would have wanted. I was kind of hoping more. Let's go, Gimpy. Thank you. I was kind of hoping for some spike TV. Look, I insulted Gimpy by saying we didn't need it, but then when we got it, I was happy. So here's my thinking. Yes, we could blow up the fires. I do like it, don't get me wrong, but let's fish for this. That's good. That's fine. That's good. And then, now we just look. Secret room, second secret room are usually worth something. So the secret room should be on our left right here. On our, that's what I meant. I'd play for bombs. I hate to do it because it's going to take a while, but there was a tinted rock I forgot to care about. Where's Telepills coming into this? It's a good question, actually. Yo, we got an attack for an orbital fly. Not an attack fly. Ooh. Alright, second secret room could be pretty much anywhere along here. These are... Dude, these are good plays. I'm feeling like my Isaac Fu right now. Last game was horrible. This game, I'm feeling it. We're sticking, like, we're on the perfect racing line. So, as you can see, even though we ruined Dark Prince's crown, it didn't affect our DPS at all. I do kind of wish, like, I feel like me having the orbital is better than the game having an orbital. You know what I mean? Like, second level Meat Boy versus third level Meat Boy. However, you know, this is the only way to get us to fourth level Meat Boy. And if we get deep enough, we can really have the best of both worlds. Like that Hannah Montana movie. Best of both worlds? No, I'm talking about the second one. The one that was the best of both worlds by being both an incredible musical and an incredible story. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, Polaroid. Realistically, we wouldn't have taken any of these regardless. So let's not worry about that. What an interesting conundrum we find ourselves in. Telepills me. I do have to admit, having a Meat Boy wandering does break the war of attrition for us in some situations. If he could actually get anything done. Did we really deflect the homing shot all the way up there? I see the tinted rock. Ooh. I don't think we want it yet. I don't think we want it yet. This is gonna be good. We'll probably dump the left hand. I don't know. Like, we should have dumped the left... Well, let me rephrase. We should dump the left hand before the end. Will we dump the left hand before the end? I don't know. Things might change, or alternatively, I might just forget. It happens all the time. A little spooky. Shouldn't have been standing there, apparently. Third level, thank you. I mean, like, I'm not mad, third level Meat Boy, but I kind of brought you here to do your business. You know what I mean? So you know what? Welcome. Fourth level Meat Boy incoming. Why? Look, I'm playing the same song I've played 3,500 times before. The only thing I can do is crank the volume knob, okay? And that's what I'm doing. It helps us out statistically, like from a stats standpoint. It makes Meat Boy do more damage. I don't know if it makes his pathfinding any better, but it makes him do more damage. And it's kind of like, this is the chorus of this run, is Void Potato Peeler. For me to not repeat the chorus, well, that just makes it a verse. Gotta tell you, I'm feeling quite bomb poor, though. I'd like more bombs. I'll take the Spirit Heart, and I'll be thankful to do so. Don't get me wrong. But you know what else I would love? Some bombs. Yes, please. Stand still more frequently. He's munching. Oh, he's munching. Shouldn't have been standing there. That one pretty much 1,000% on me. Still shouldn't be standing here. Ooh, that was close. This is why I said we need Dark Bum. It'll do a lot of work for us. Okay. I mean, that is a guaranteed dead end. Tinted Rock, though, with red chest access. Ooh! He's done it. If only, that's very nice, too. If only we could also have the pathfinding a little bit tighter on this guy. A little bit greater range, you know? He'd be chewing it up for us. But I will say, on the average run, you're not working as hard for the fourth level Meat Boy as we did here. All we did was press the spacebar 4 times. All it cost us, our lives. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do this. Should we? Probably, certainly not. I'll hit you for one more. I'm not afraid. I'm no longer afraid of what the game thinks it can do. Now that's doubled up red chests. Oh, dude, we had a gimpy payout too. That's huge. All we could really... Well... I was thinking about, like, what I wanted to take this to the next level. Certainly, 2 guppy items is high on the list. We got a high rate of fire. It would... I mean, it's always great. It's close. But Dark Bum is enough. It's enough to take us to Wind City. But we have to be able to afford it as well, which is now impossible. Well, unlikely. Okay, so you take this time. And the item is bad. We don't care to maintain Dark Prince's crown. So we don't have to take this item. I see your point. You might think, why not take it? I think we'd rather have the HP for another level of potato peeler risk-free. Straight up. I'll hit you with the straight up on that one. Okay, you're going to give me HP. So we have 2 red hearts right now. This is a very important floor from a paying attention standpoint. Okay, now we got 3 opportunities to use potato peeler. I think you super use 1 right away. Having 1 orbital is so much better than having no orbitals. Now, I think my honest-to-goodness play for the rest of the floor is just don't get hit. If you can make that happen... I know you're going to be like, forehead. But, like, sometimes it matters more than other times. Sometimes it basically doesn't matter at all. I think this is a situation where it matters a great deal. So we can actually, A, yes, survive. But B, use Void on the next floor. When we might encounter a bunch of items we're not really that pleased with, honestly. So don't forget to drop the left hand on this one. Yeah, munch him. Yeah, you got him. Great work. I love that. We don't need the money. We're not going back to that arcade unless things get truly dire. Still fine on HP. Hey, we took 1 hit on a room that, honestly, with our only slightly above average damage right now, it's a fair bit of damage to take. That's convenient. Let's get funky. I don't know. It's a weird one, and I like it. This is actually, like... Usually when I'm like, this is one of my favorite runs I've done recently, it's obvious. It's like a run that's just so overpowered, we're just steamrolling. This one is like the opposite. This is one where I'm like, this is one of my favorite runs we've done recently, and it's just kind of like, it's a little goofy. It feels very me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, we just have a frantic energy on this one. In the best way possible. We got some controlled chaos. Now, is it gonna carry us safely to the end? I genuinely think it will. Can I tell you? We got the red light on, dude. That means we know we have 1 red heart. I think we have some spirit hearts remaining. I hope we have some spirit hearts remaining. Now I'm like, man, we might only have 1 spirit heart. But that's good. You want to play like, right now at least, you want to play like you don't have any HP to spare. Good stuff, good stuff. Very not good stuff. Okay, yeah, 1 of you has to go immediately. Don't do it. Getting hit by you at this point would be... It'd be a slap in the freaking face. Okay, here's what you do. Drowsy up. Dude, can I tell you something? I thought we were on the cathedral that whole time. Just talking like we were on the cathedral. This is great news, because we might actually get a deal with the devil here. Good munchin. Good munchin. A little surprised we're not deflecting more. Kind of just had to believe in the power of that one. Now I'm like, dude, I think we should use it once. And then we'll still be at 1 HP for the next floor, and we got some stats out of it. Like, we kind of buy 1 free potato peeler. Oh, we're at 2, actually. Why is Dark Prince's Crown activated, then? You know what? I'll just tell you straight up. I don't know. I truly don't know. Either way, though. I'm not sorry. I got lost in my own head there. I'm not complaining. Ooh, I'm not complaining. We're in a pretty solid spot. Really, these are perhaps the most dangerous enemies in the game for us right now. But Gimpy came through in the clutch, and we have a Tinted Rock, which is just fantastic. And we, you know, obviously we did get rid of the left-hand 1 floor early, but getting rid of it 1 floor early, I mean, it's better than getting rid of it 1 floor late most of the time. I have to say most of the time, because sometimes you'll just get guppy. Probably wouldn't encourage you to stand inside the fire like I did right there, but what's done is done, and we're also done with this room. Okay. Yo, now we're talking. 4 luck up is, it's a very, very solid place to be. Now I've got myself in this position, and I'm like... So we could do something here, but I think it... Just use this once. I think it's funny, is the main reason why. The bombs are key. I think you'd... On the way you use this is on the chest. You open all of the chests, and then bombs are key, because you... Well, you might need keys, but you might not. And you use the bombs, of which you really only need 1, to blow up the vanity, and then by blowing up the vanity, you'll get some good pills, because we have PhD. That's the dream, at least. Honestly, I don't think that's worth it. I think it's likely to not be worth it, and unlikely to be worth it. Should have stuck with my previous path. The one thing, and I'm going to allow myself, and I hope you'll allow me as well, I'm going to allow myself one negative thing. For all of the slurping we've been doing on this run, that's so nice. For all the slurping we've been doing on this run, still less damage than I would have thought. It looked like we got hit by one there. I think we just got lucky. Now, the damage is not bad, and having, you know, 2 Meat Boyus in there helps us out a great deal as well. But it is not like a lights out, you know, easy victory. We still got to put some work in. And like the #1 complaint I have about our past few runs is just like, I do feel like they lose a lot of their momentum before we get to the later floors. Or once we get to the later floors. Which is annoying, you know? You feel like we're putting a lot of risk up in this run. We should be, you know, getting disproportionately rewarded as well, or proportionally rewarded, I guess, but I can't really complain. It's been a fun one. That's just my one little blue sky thinking, my one criticism. Well, we don't even have a vanity, so, you know what? I think first off, that's Bookworm, so that's great. Secondly, we will take this, I think. And I think we will take this as well. And we'll suck up that. But we can really go buck wild on this floor. with potato peeler. We might want to slow it down slightly, but the body is really... Oh my god, that's going to affect our speed, obviously, but also is extremely good. Not a great bomb, but... Please, just more battery charges. Like, battery charges are worth their weight in gold right now. We could have so many meat boys out there. Or as I like to call them, meat boyas. Okay, that one, not my finest move. Okay, we might want to be a little touchy. Maybe we don't want to use all of the HP that we have. Just some of the HP. You guys are putting down like a... The matrix multiplication to figure out where we can stand is real tricky on this one right now. Now, I will say, I got 5 luck. If I don't get a payout on this room, I'm calling shenanigans. That's right, I'm going to call the restaurant. Google Assistant? Yes, Ryan. Don't hit me. Very uncool. There we go. We got 2 payouts on the room that followed. The squeaky wheel gets the grease boys. Okay, Death Touch. Very, very good. And our shots that probably already pierced to some extent, thanks to Tiny Planet, pierce even further, but the damage is way better now. And we definitely want to use it on a room, because we get invincibility out of it. And the Book of Belial bonus, now that I think about it. Very nice. I think we can be very greedy here. That was surgical. Oh, baby, keep it moving. Not so great, but pretty amazing, actually. That one will do a lot of work for us. That's a lot of heavy lifting handled. So basically, in case it wasn't clear, if we walk into the boss room with a charge, we win. I told you I was feeling a different kind of energy from Isaac today. The first run, I'm not sure if it did the justice to it. We made a couple of strategic errors, perhaps, you could say. I think you would not be impolite to suggest that. And yet we brought it together in the clutch. This one, I'm like, dude, don't even mess with me. We've been carrying this chaotic energy forward. We're more chaotic like, you know, Loki, the god of mischief in The Mask. Less like, you know, I'm tripping over my shoelaces just trying to walk down the street. So that, like, Parasitoid Tears is just, is doing dominant stuff for us. We probably should be slightly cautious. I don't know, can you not have more than 2 level 4 meat boys? Like I told you that... Oh no, there's 3 there, there's 3, okay. No complaints then. You've been spared of my complaints. And man, this... Talk about coming together on the final floor. This thing is like... It's over. Compare this to our Isaac fight. For now, thanks for watching. That was a really fun one. If you liked it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!